everyone, I'm Rena Ninen. Thank you for joining us. President Trump spoke in Cleveland Saturday at a roundtable on tax reform, but he also touched on a host of other topics, including immigration, trade, and his upcoming meeting with North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-un.
We're going to have to rework trade with China because that's been a one-way street for decades, and we just can't have it happen. And so we'll do that, and we have a lot of respect for President Xi, and we have a lot of respect for China, but can't go on that way, and that'll all work out. We're doing very well on, as you know, North Korea. We'll see what happens, but we have a meeting set up. We have the location all done. We have the time and place all finished now. We have the date. And so I think that'll be something very special. We are fixing and building walls now, but we need much more money. We're doing the job right. We're going to do the job. And we may have to close up our country to get this straight because we either have a country or we don't. And you can't allow people to pour into our country the way they're doing. You just take a look at that mess that's on television right now. It is a total catastrophe. And these are the laws passed by Democrats so that we have open borders. They want open borders. We have to have borders. If you don't have borders, you don't have a country. So we're going to have that.
Earlier, I spoke with CBSN political contributor and Associated Press White House reporter Zeke Miller, who was at the event.
Well, certainly the tone of these events is kind of striking. We often they're set up this roundtable to talk about taxes, and they end up taking these self-congratulatory tones about the president, where he sort of lists off a litany of his accomplishments, whether it be the economy, the stock market, but also things like previewing the upcoming North Korea talks with Kim Jong-un, probably looking like the end of the month now, as well as a whole host of other topics. And also what's notable is that this is an official event. It's put on by taxpayers, and the president really does use it as a political event in this case, criticizing Sherrod Brown, the Ohio senator, and boosting his Republican opponent, Jim Renacci, sort of ahead of the primary here in Ohio in a couple of days.
So, as you were mentioning, this just comes days before the Ohio primary on Tuesday. The president endorsed Renacci, who's looking to take, the seat against Sherrod Brown, as you mentioned. So what do you think the status is of the race here? Does Renacci have a good chance?
Okay, I mean, Ohio is going to be a very challenging race state for Republicans come this fall, like it is going to be nationally. Republicans are facing headwinds largely emanating from the White House everywhere, both here and around the country. But Renacci is a strong candidate, but it's unclear if that will be enough. Given the headwinds coming out of the White House, the unpopularity of the president, some of his policies nationwide, and a lot of that will come down to why we heard the president talk about tax reform here, and he is talking about it other places as well. Can the president and Republicans convince the American people that the tax reform legislation is a good thing and that it's helping them? That will probably be able to determine the race here, as well probably determine Republican states across the country.
Yeah, the economy, a big issue for folks and money back in their pockets. I can see why he's using that. So meanwhile, your colleagues at the Associated Press are reporting that Special Counsel Robert Mueller's team has interviewed Tom Barrack. He's a close friend and confidant of the president. What information have you learned? What could he have that the investigative team might want?
Well, we know he was very close to Paul Manafort, close to Rick Gates as well. Rick Gates worked under him at the Presidential Inaugural Committee. Both of them, Gates has pleaded guilty in the regarding some of his business dealings along with Manafort. Manafort has pleaded not guilty and has denied any wrongdoing. But both the charges were brought against both of them by the special counsel. So, from what we understand, that Barrack was interviewed as part of that probe, but he is sort of a far-reaching influence and insight into the president's campaign, both as one of the top fundraisers for the president, then also the inaugural committee, and he's still in close contact with the president. So we don't know exactly what he was asked about. People close to him say it was just limited to his relationship with Manafort and Gates. But if it extended beyond that, it could be one of those things that could be troublesome for the president.
Zeke Miller, thank you so much, Zeke. We appreciate you joining